Korea has a strong form of traditional architecture, Hanok, the classic Korean home. Hanok are immediately recognizable as one-story structures with curved roofs, often with a courtyard. Closer study reveals this unique form of architecture to have deep connections with the Korean lifestyle, Korean philosophy, and sustainability. The circulatory system of every Hanok is its heating system, ondor. Translating literally to warming the stone, ondor makes use of flat stones placed underneath wooden floors. The kitchen is always placed in the lowest point in the house. Heat from the oven is then directed, by a system of flues, under the house to a chimney. In the course of reaching this chimney, smoke and hot air pass the flat stones, warming them. The result is a warm, pleasant environment. This system is integral to Korean culture. Ondor's inviting warmth means that much of daily life, such as sleeping and dining, can take place most comfortably on the floor. For this reason, it is important to remove one's shoes before entering a hanok, since the floor is also the bed and dining area. Heated floors have been a tradition for millennia in Korea. Early forms of ondor have been discovered dating as far back as the Iron Age. A heated floor is considered essential, even in modern forms of housing. Today, floors are heated by a system of pipes carrying warm water, analogous to the old technique of warming the stone. In addition to influencing traditional Korean lifestyles, ondor is one aspect of another part of Hanok's appeal, sustainability. Hanok are designed to make efficient use of light. Roofs are curved to let in ideal quantities of light for heating. Hanok are traditionally made entirely out of sustainable materials. Floors, pillars, and door and window frames are made of wood. Windows are made of paper instead of glass. These paper windows, called hanji, are coated with oil to render them waterproof. All these materials are completely natural and cause no harm to the environment. A traditional hanok's design is rooted in philosophy. A hanok's position in the landscape is dictated by the principle of geomancy. Geomancy is a mystical idea developed by the Buddhist monk Doseon in the 9th century AD. Doseon studied with Chinese Taoists and was inspired by the principles of feng shui. Feng shui asserts that the position of furniture in a room can manipulate the flow of energies. Doseon expanded this idea to energies flowing in natural landscapes and concluded that houses, like household items, had a rightful place. For this reason, the ideal hanok always faces water and has its back to a mountain. Confucian philosophy also influenced traditional hanok. Men and women had different rooms to call their own. Men were allowed to entertain guests in their chambers, while women were expected to stay in their own rooms. Class differences can also be seen in the different stylings afforded different hanok. Commoners' hanok had thatched roofs, while Yangban hanok had more expensive, tiled roofs. When Korea began to undergo urbanization, it became apparent that new buildings needed to be made. From the 1930s to 1960s, the dominant form of architecture was the so-called urban hanok. Most urban hanok had a U-shape, leaving a yard called the madang in the middle. The madang served as an area for socialization with friends and neighbors. The urban hanok was therefore an inherently communal form of architecture. As the urban population continued to swell, hanok became inefficient. Multi-story apartment buildings became the dominant form of housing. Although apartments successfully housed vast numbers of city dwellers conveniently and cheaply, there were drawbacks. The sense of communal living brought by the madang of urban hanok was lost. Further, apartment buildings are considered to have little aesthetic value, while hanok are now starting to be recognized for a unique beauty. In the past, hanok were considered old-fashioned. In particular, modern housing was considered a sign of progress and success, but the sustainability and natural elegance of hanok has become appealing to modern tastes. Wealthy people, in particular, are attracted to modern versions of hanok. These modern hanok borrow the aesthetics of traditional hanok but include features such as air conditioning. They are therefore simultaneously beautiful and convenient, offering the best of modern and traditional worlds. This home, which was featured in the New York Times, cost $150,000 to construct. The result was a thoroughly modern home, keeping with traditional aesthetics. Even politicians are drawn to hanok architecture. The home of South Korea's second president, Yoon Po-shin, makes heavy use of hanok influences. This home affirms Po-shin's Korean identity without lessening his status as a modern figure. Hanok may once have been considered a relic from the past, but this enduring form of architecture still has something to offer. For those who can afford it, modern hanok offers sustainability and a traditional form of beauty.